Hello, this is Anna. I'm a Russian language teacher from New York City. It's very nice to see you on my YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to speak about the usage of the genitive case in the Russian language. And we're going to start with nouns. The set of endings called the genitive case is used for a number of reasons in Russian. We can use them to show negation, possession, we use them after numbers and after certain prepositions. So it may seem overwhelming and not exactly clear, so let's take it step by step. Let's look at why and how we should use genitive case for negation. You probably know how to say I have. The phrase for I have in Russian is у меня есть. For example, I can say у меня есть дом. I have a house. If you want to say that you don't have something, the phrase changes for у меня нет. So есть changes for нет. In Russian there is a rule. The noun that follows the word нет should be in genitive case. So if I want to say that I don't have a house, I will say у меня нет дома. So I took the word дом and attached a. The ending a is the genitive case ending for masculine nouns. У меня нет дома. Or for example, he has a sister. У него есть сестра. It's a positive sentence, so we use сестра in the nominative case. But if we want to say that he does not have a sister, so we will have to use the construction у него нет. The word сестра will go into genitive case because of the rule нет followed by genitive case. So the phrase will be у него нет сестры. So the word сестра takes the letter ы, which is the genitive case ending for feminine nouns. As you may have already noticed, in Russian we always have two options for endings. So for masculine and for neutral nouns in genitive case, the endings will be either a or ya. So for certain nouns you will take a, for some other nouns you will take ya. In the beginner stages you will mostly use a. The letter ya is used if a noun ends in soft sign. For example, there is no horse. Нет коня. Or if the noun ended in y. For example, a parrot, попугай, нет попугая. There is no parrot. But again, mostly we're going to use a. For feminine nouns, the top ending is ы. The second option is и. Again, in most of the cases, we're going to use ы. But и is going to be used if the word in nominative case ended in я. For example, тетя, нет тети. Or Katya, Kate, нет Kati. И is also going to be used if word ends in soft sign. For example, дверь, a door, it's a feminine noun, it ends in soft sign. So нет двери, there is no door. Or кровать, a bed, also ends in soft sign and it's feminine. Нет кровати, there is no bed. Let me give you a few more examples. I will give you a positive sentence first and then change it into negative. У него есть друг. He has a friend. У него есть друг. The negative sentence. У него нет друга. He does not have a friend. У него нет друга. У нас есть работа. We have a job. Работа is feminine. The negative sentence is у нас нет работы. We don't have a job. У нас нет работы. Question words кто and что change in genitive case as well, just like they change in any other case. The word who, кто, in genitive case takes the form кого. And if you look closer, it's the same as in accusative case, right? Кого. The word что changes for чего. So they kind of rhyme. Кого, чего. In our examples, we can use them if we want to ask, who do you not have? Or what do you not have? Да? For example, the sentence «У меня нет брата», I don't have a brother. Somebody can ask you, who do you not have? Кого у тебя нет? Or let me give you an even better example. Мамы нет дома. Mother is not at home. So the word нет brings genitive case for the word mom because she is absent, right? So the person who is absent is in genitive case, even though the word mom is in front of the word нет. So мамы нет дома. If I want to ask who is not at home, I will say кого нет дома. Who is not at home? Кого нет дома. So once again, the word that is in genitive case doesn't necessarily go after the word нет. It may, but it's not always the case. It may be in front, it can be even separated with a few other words, because Russian is very flexible, but the word that denotes negation is in genitive case. So who is absent? Mom is absent. Мамы нет. Mama changes for мамы. Or у него нет работы. He doesn't have a job. What does he not have? Чего у него нет? Работа is inanimate, so we have to use what. And since it's the absence of work, we will say чего у него нет. Alright, I hope this is more or less clear. So now let's have some practice before we move to the next step. As always, please translate the sentences and write your answers in the comments below. The next reason to use the set of endings called the genitive case is to show possession. And actually this concept exists in English as well, for example. So we show possession by using apostrophe s, right? Mom's car, Bob's brother, something like this. So this apostrophe s is the possession, the indication of possession. In Russian we have the same construction as well. You can say mom's car, Bob's work. But for now, in the beginner stages, we're going to use the construction something of someone, or something of something. So for example, I will say a car of my mother, or job of my friend, or even a cup of tea. So anything that fits in this formula, something of someone or something of something else, we are going to use with genitive case. And genitive case is attached to the second part, to the word that goes after of. The point of genitive case here is that we don't have the word of in Russian, right? So we show this possession of someone of something by the ending. For example, the car of my mother. Машина мамы. Mama takes the ending «ы». As we know already, it's the feminine ending for nouns in genitive. And this «ы» shows me that it's the car of my mother. Or работа друга, work of my friend. I don't have a word for of, but I can attach a to the word друг, and it will perform the same function, of my friend. Работа друга. And please pay attention. This rule works not only for animate, so not only for person having something. It works also for a cup of tea, a bottle of water, a map of the city. So I will say чашка чая, a cup of tea. Чай ends in y, it's masculine, so it becomes чая. Remember that y requires ya as the masculine ending. Or бутылка воды, a bottle of water. Вода is feminine, goes for ы, воды, bottle of water. Or карта города, a map of the city. Город is masculine, so goes for города, карта города. So once again, by adding the genitive case ending to the second word, we show that this thing possesses the first, or this is something of something else. Let's look at a few more examples and move to practice. So we can say, это сын подруги. This is the son of my friend. Or, это собака соседа. This is the dog of my neighbor. Or, это кусок хлеба. This is a piece of bread. Or, это стакан молока. This is a glass of milk. So in all these examples, the second word took the ending of the genitive case to show possession. Alright, so now let's move to practice. I would like you to translate a few more examples for me, please. And again, write your answers in the comments below. Alright, this is the end of the first part of the lesson about the genitive case. We still have to discuss two more reasons to use the genitive case, and we will discuss the adjectives in the next video. But for now, let's summarize. So the first two reasons to use the genitive case are to show negation, so after the word нет, and to show possession, something of someone. So if you add the endings of genitive to the words, you will either show the absence of this object or person, нет рыбы, there is no fish, or you will show the possession, машина подруги, the car of my friend. I hope the explanation was clear enough. If you still have any questions or suggestions, please let me know in the comments below. And thank you so much for being with me today. I will see you in the next video. Спасибо. Пока.